Hi, this is Nathalie Lussier. Welcome to Do What You Really Love. Today, our expert is Keya Murthy. Keya holds a bachelor's degree in physics and a master's degree in computer science. After a successful career of 16 years as a software engineer, her life took a turn for the better. She got to begin a career in which she excelled at the personal level, being happy, healthy, feel love, peace, and contentment. She joined the HMI School of Hypnotherapy to learn how to help others achieve their mental and emotional state she knew how to enjoy on her own. Since 2007, Keya has worked as a clinical hypnotherapist, a trainer in neurolinguistic programming, and energy medicine practitioners at the Ventura Healing Center. Keya helps her clients overcome anger, sorrow, fear, guilt, hurt, shame, pain, and doubts to live a fulfilling life, balanced life, and contentment. Keya is an international best-selling author, loves to cook, grow food, sing, dance, travel, being a mom, and watch sunsets. Please welcome Keya. Keya, welcome to Do What You Really Love.
Thank you.
Yes. And today I want to talk with you because you are a coach who are helping people to go over their own blockage. And I would like you to talk a little bit about, because there are so many people that would like to do what they really love, but they're just afraid. There's a lot of fears that come up, and how people can come over it.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. So let me tell you what I have been doing for the past 12 years. I work as a clinical hypnotherapist at the Ventura Healing Center. And what that means is I help people access their own subconscious, because our conscious mind has logic, it has reasoning, it has decision-making abilities, it has our analytical faculties and our willpower, which we don't seem to find when we need it the most. And it is really the top of the iceberg, only 10 to 12% of who we are. Our subconscious is our 88%, and this is where we have our associations with our memory, basically the emotional charge. When we think of something, either we feel happy or we feel unhappy. And when we feel happy, that means it's something that is evoking pleasure within us. So we want more of it, okay? But if it is evoking some unhappy feelings, which could be anger, sorrow, fear, guilt, hurt, shame, pain, worries, doubts, then we don't want it. Okay, so human beings often vacillate between this pleasure and pain. I want it, and what if I get it? Okay, I want it, but I don't know if I can handle it. So this constantly goes on. Oh no, that's not for me. Oh yes, that's for me. So this is what goes on. These inner monologues go on within our subconscious, and that is one of the biggest reason, a major, like 99% reason why we don't get what we seek.
Okay. Okay. And let's say that for me, we're going to take an example that as my own life. I think that one of my biggest blockage is like self-confidence. I mean, I always feel like I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as the person beside me. I'm not as good as the other coach. I'm not as good as the other consultant. So how can I get rid of it? I mean, it's really, it's like, it's ruining my life because I'm always in anxiety and feeling anxiety, and it's not good for me. It's not good for my health. So do you have any tips or any help you can give me on that?
Okay. Anxiety is actually fear of the unknown, fear of the future. Okay. So when we have this feeling, the thing you can tell yourself is where this is coming from. Because the reason it's coming from, the reason it's happening is because you have a habit of comparing yourself to others. And people do this by default. We always compare ourselves to someone else. Or our past, like in the past, I could do this and now I can't do this. Something is wrong with me and I need to change that. Or a future projection. So first thing that I will tell you is to always ask yourself, who am I comparing myself with and why am I comparing myself? Okay. When you ask that question, you will be like, the first thing that comes up is like, really, why am I being so hard on myself? Then the next thing I will tell you is we have an inner critic. Everybody has an inner critic, and our inner critic is here to help us, to keep us safe. So one of the things that I can compare it is like with an older sister. If you have an older sister and you go and tell her, let's say her name is Betty, and you say, Betty, Betty, let's go do this. Let's climb that tree and pick some berries. And she comes up and she says, no, 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 no. Remember last time you fell down and how much you got hurt? And then mommy was scolding both of us. And you're like, yeah, I remember. Okay, so let's not do that. And that's what we do, because we go to our inner critic and it shows up and it wants to keep us safe. And in the world of psychology, we call this as homeostasis. We all love homeostasis. Mm-hmm. So it is our comfort zone. We may be uncomfortable over here, but it is our comfort zone. It is what is familiar. It's familia, it's your family. So even if you hate your family and don't want to go home tonight, but you will still go home because you're safe. Mm-hmm. Because remember the old saying, the known devil is better than an unknown angel. I'm sure in every language there's an equivalent of this, but that's what it is. So you live with the unknown devil of not succeeding, then trying to go for the angel, the unknown angel, which could be your success. So one of the things which I like to do is always write down, because when I start thinking, I'm thinking the same thought over and over and over again. So that creates worries. That is like the hamster in the wheel, forever in motion and going nowhere. Mm-hmm. So when I start writing it, I'm like literally pulling the thread out of my mental drawers and it is emptying. So everything from inside that needs to come out will come out. So hypnosis is really self-hypnosis. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. So anything I tell you, you will not believe me if it already does not exist in your mind. But if you believe me, it's already there in you. So it is self-hypnosis. You're telling it to yourself using my voice. Okay? Yes. So that is one of the very powerful aspects of working with your own subconscious. Start writing it down on your own. Like, why do I feel this? What does it mean to me? So there are 4 questions. What? The first question is, what is it that I am fearing? What is it that I'm anxious about? Second thing is, why am I feeling anxious now? Okay, why now? Because we can only work with now. We can't work with past or future on our own.
Okay.
Yes, the next thing is, how come? How come? Okay, so what is it really? Okay, so go deeper. What is it really? What is it really? Or ask, what is the purpose of this? Because when a fear is coming up, what is the purpose of this fear? What is the purpose? You can keep repeating, and the answers will keep coming to you. You can handwrite it. And then you will say, so how do I overcome this? What do I do with it? So answer that question. And the last question is, what if nothing happens? What if? Because we all have a little heckler in us. In America, we use the word heckle. We heckle with ourselves. What if? And that is when you have your breakthrough. That is when you will be like, okay, so it wasn't a big deal. And then your mind will be clearer, your heart will feel lighter, and then physically you can go forward and you can create this reality for yourself. So I just gave you the steps of what you can do on your own with just paper and pen.
Okay. So, and do you have to repeat this exercise like a lot of time, every day, a couple times a day, or how do you manage
whenever it comes up to you, whenever it comes up, like, you are sitting, you're preparing the summit, and you have done so much work. You have contacted so many people. You have your back end people who are helping you. But on the day of the launch, that morning, you might feel like, oh, I don't know. So I will tell you right now, don't wait till the morning. On the previous night, just sit with yourself and say, how cool and calm am I? How realistic am I? Because I don't want anyone to be too optimistic, too positive, because every positive has an equal and opposite negative. We have to be realist. We have to be objective. and sit with yourself. Is anything coming up for me? And maybe nothing comes up and you're perfect, you know, you're in the flow. But if something comes up, deal with it before it shows up. And your mind will thank you, your heart will feel great, and your team will be like, wow, we are doing this, you know, and it will happen. And we are all part of your team now. We are all part of your tribe, you know, and the people, your audience, you know, they are all part of your tribe. So that is what you need to do. You have to dance with the devil before you show up in the ballroom.
I like it. Dance with the devil before show up in the ballroom. I like it. Okay. And is there, when you work with your clients, is there any special exercise or practice that you do with people to help them come over their blockage?
You know, different strokes, different folks. I'll be very honest with you. Okay, because people are different. People are unique. We are as unique as our fingerprint. Okay, our fingerprint never existed in the past, will never exist in the future. And our fingerprint is really our soul signature. This is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So in the motivational world, we tell people, oh, if I can do it, you can do it. No, the fish cannot ride a bicycle. The fish isn't a failure.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
You know? So it is like that. When I do one-on-ones with people. Like in a group, I can talk about the general things. But when it comes to helping a person, because they will do all the exercises I ask them to do, but when it comes to like them really getting it, then it's one-on-one. Okay, so I do not have any generic exercise, but I ask them to do one thing, is get in touch, go beyond your mind, you know, to go beyond the mind. And that is where your spirit is. So you can break through the barrier even of your higher consciousness and become one with the cosmic consciousness. I know I'm like stepping ahead, but it's a fact. You can do it. And I tell them to do a very simple exercise, which is like 1 minute meditation, just 1 minute. And in fact, if you do this, like you can do this every hour of the day. You can do it before you go to bed. You can do it before you wake up. You know, I mean, after you wake up, but before you get out of bed. And if you do this, and we can do it right now.
Yeah.
Your life is wonderful. And it is called M&M, 1 minute meditation, M&M. And everybody knows M&M, at least in America, people know M&M. So
Okay.
just remember, oh, let me get my M&M. And it's 1 minute. You can sit on your toilet seat and do it, you know, because it's just you aligning your mind with your heart and dropping into your body. It's a very physical exercise. Would you like to do that right now?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, good. So and I'll give you, and I will tell you the steps, what we will do, and I will take you through it.
Okay.
So you will take 4 ha breaths. Okay, so 4 ha breath. And a ha breath is you'll inhale with your nose and you'll exhale with your mouth, with your jaw open, like not. Yes, yes. So let's take 4 ha breaths. As you will notice that your breaths are getting longer and deeper. You continue. And you will also feel the relaxation flowing from your neck all the way down your spine, your kundalini. So these are centering breaths. These are grounding breaths. Okay. You like bring the billions of bits of you that are floating around right into your body. Okay. So you do this first. How do you feel after these 4 ha breaths?
Well, I feel more calm actually.
Yes. Yes. But we will take it a little bit further so you can sustain this calmness. Okay. So what we will do is we will take normal conscious breath at your own rhythm. Okay. Not my rhythm, your rhythm, which is just you'll inhale, hold, and exhale. Just breathing in and out. So you'll breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. But what you will do is when you inhale and you exhale, and then you will count 1. inhale, exhale, count 2, inhale, exhale, count 3. And you will go all the way to 10, okay?
Okay.
And after 10, you'll come back again to 1, and then from 1 to 10. And what this will do is, because when we are breathing in and out, like inhaling and exhaling, we are relaxing. Our right brain is going, la, 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 I'm so happy. And we forget, and we just leave our body and go off to some happy place. And you don't want that, okay? Because you have work to do. You're just doing this to ground yourself. You're just doing this to sustain the calmness, right? So you will count 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. And when you're counting, what's happening is you are even engaging your left brain. So your right brain and your left brain, you're engaging them both, So your creative side, your emotional side, that is like feeling, oh, good, she's taking care of me, And then the counting side, like 1, 2, 3, that's also engaged. Oh, I also have a job to do. It's very happy counting, 1 to 10, okay? But then when we are coming back from 10 to 1, what happens is, you are in 7 and you're thinking, should I go to 8? Should I go to 6? Oh, I don't know where I should go, because we get lost in our counting. So what we will do is we will also use our fingers. Okay.
Okay.
So you can do this 1, 2, and you can do it on your, just keep resting your hand on your desk or on your thighs, but you will do. And when you do this, so you're engaging your mind, your thinking mind, your feeling mind, and your body mind. So all the intelligence is like engaged. And you can go from 1 to 10, 10 to 1, and 1 to 10, and you stop. You can do it with your eyes open or eyes closed. Okay?
Okay.
So shall
I start?
Yes, let's do it. I will do it with you. So we'll take 4 hard breaths. Okay?
Right.
Then we will do this inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2 with our fingers. So we can do it in our desk. Okay?
Okay.
Or on your lap. Okay?
On my lap. Okay.
And whenever you are ready, you just open your eyes. And if your eyes are open, just say, okay, I'm done. Okay?
Okay. Very good. So I start with the 4 big
hard breaths.
breath. Okay. Okay.
How do you feel now?
Um, in peace.
Mm.
Um, I feel because it's not something I'm used to do, so I feel like I have like a lot of oxygen into my body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely I feel more calm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and this oxygen in your body is the life-giving force. Oxygen is life-giving force. So imagine oxygenating every cell in our body, because our brain has very few blood vessels in it. And so oxygen, we need oxygen in our brain. Otherwise, like in our skin, if we get a bruise somewhere, it turns blue and the cells die over there. But then the oxygen flows and they can regenerate themselves. But if this happens in our brain where the cells die from lack of oxygen, they're not going to regenerate. And that is how aging happens. But when you do this, you oxygenate your body, the blood vessels, the oxygen even flows to your brain. And sometimes people come out saying, oh, I'm so lightheaded. Because for the first time, they have oxygen in their brain and they're feeling light.
Yes. It feels like that a little bit, should I say?
Yes. And it's because oxygen actually consciously flowed into your brain. There were no thoughts coming. Because normally when people sit to meditate, what happens is they sit to meditate, you ring the bell, and then you are wandering off. And then the bell rings again and you're like 1 hour over, 20 minutes over. Oh, let me meditate now. So the saying is the best meditation is in the beginning and in the end. In between, we are just wandering around with our thoughts because we're mentally checked out. But in this, you cannot check out. You're present because you're counting, you're using your body. So all the intelligence, your body's intelligence, your emotional intelligence, your mental intelligence, like everything, so your spirit has no escape. It's completely present in your body. This is living in the now. And when you come from this place, do you care about your past? No. Do you worry about your future? No, because you're present.
Okay. And so, if I understand well, by doing this twice a day, um, I will come over my fears, over my anxiety.
Yeah, anything that you are feeling that is not happy, that is painful, whether it's anger, sorrow, fear, guilt, hurt, shame, pain, doubts, it's like, oh, it's okay, I'm fine now. And that's a great feeling to have,
Yes.
even if you can give yourself this gift. And because I saw you are a meditator, so you really went deep and you had this nice long breath and everything. So you took like 2.5 minutes. You didn't do it in a minute,
Yeah.
So in an hour, even if you do this for 2.5 minutes, is it too much to ask? No,
No, not
no.
at all.
Yes. So if you do this for 1 minute, for let's say you're awake for 12 hours or 15 hours, in a day you did 15 minutes of active meditation, active reconnecting your body, actively rewiring your neural pathways. So you're more active, more alert, more present. And guess what? You reversed aging. You
Mhm.
reversed aging. And most people are looking for the fountain of youth. The fountain of youth is in our fontanelle. It is actually in our fontanelle. That's where it is.
Uh-huh.
From the pituitary gland, this wonderful secretion of nectar happens, and the saliva in your mouth is so sweet. And it is because of this exercise, and that is why people were always looking for the fountain of youth, but it's really inside of you. It's not outside of you.
Yes, you're right.
Mhm.
And I know that some people are capable of doing some hypnotherapy by themselves.
Yes,
And is it something that it's hard to learn? Is it something that,
it's very easy. Auto suggestions, like when you are in this place, of calm, okay, and quiet, then if you give yourself any suggestions you give yourself, your subconscious will take it. Your subconscious is open to now receiving anything you tell it. because the critical mind has gone bye-bye. The big sister is asleep or she has taken a vacation. So anything you tell your subconscious now, it will take it. So the best thing to do is, now I will give you another exercise, because that's what I love to do, because I love to tell you how you can do this for yourself instead of me always having to do it for you or helping you do it. Is you work through the formula of the law of creation. Okay, the be, do, have. Most people have heard of it. So you come up with your own personalized affirmations and you tell yourself those in a way that your subconscious mind can receive it, because your subconscious mind is a child who is younger than 8 years old. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to work. Yes, you have to tell it short sentences, not longer than 5 plus or minus 2 words, you know. And some 8-year-olds are very intelligent, so 7 plus or minus 2 words, you know. So your sentence should not be, in my opinion, longer than 7 words. So give me something that you would like to create. Let's do this exercise. You want to do one more
Yes,
exercise?
I want to do it with you. Something that I would like to create.
Mm-hmm.
Can I create, I don't know, maybe it's too big for the exercise we want to do, but
No,
can
in
I
21
create
days.
something like reducing my anxiety will be, or growing my self-confidence will be something huge for me? Is it something that applies to this?
Yes, you can do this. But I will tell this for our audience, because right away people want to be skinny, happy, and rich. Everybody wants to be skinny, happy, and rich. Right? That's their goal, right? At least in modern societies. So I will tell you, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, with your first step. So focus on the first step, okay? And if your step can be taken in the next 21 days, that could be a step, okay? So
Okay.
what is it that you would like to create within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you know? So in 3 weeks, you want to have lesser anxiety. Is that what it is?
Yes. Yeah.
Anxiety. Now, let me tell you another thing about the human mind. It does not know the difference between fantasy and reality. I can pretend I am with my favorite movie star, and right away my mind is there with my favorite movie star. Okay. If you think of your favorite ice cream, you know, your mind is you're already salivating because you're thinking of your favorite ice cream. So the thing is, don't tell yourself, I want to have less anxiety, because when you say, I want to have less anxiety, then your mind is creating an image of anxiety. So you will have more anxiety. It doesn't understand less or more. So if you don't want less anxiety, what instead of that do you want?
I want more calmness.
Okay, so more calm, okay?
Yes.
Yes, more calm. So now, in order to have more calmness, okay, you'll have to do something, right? Because
Yeah.
the law of creation is be, do, have. So you want to have more calmness. So what are you going to do so you can have more calmness?
Well, if I practice the M&M, is it something that will bring me calmness?
Okay, so I will practice my M&M meditation. Okay, so how often will you do? Okay, like twice a day you were saying, or maybe in the afternoon after coffee, maybe at 2 o'clock in the afternoon too. Okay, something like that.
Okay, let's say 3 times a day. Morning, noon, and night.
Okay, so thrice a day. Okay, 3 times a day.
Yes.
Now, be, right? So who will you be when you're practicing your M&M?
Who I'll be?
Mm-hmm.
It's a big question.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Most people don't know who they will be. So I will give you a help, you know, a tip.
Uh-huh.
You don't know because you don't have time. You're a busy lady. So you're going to hire someone on Craigslist, okay? And this person's job description is will practice M&M 3 times a day. Now, what are the qualities of this person that you're looking for who will be practicing M&M so you can have your calmness? What are the qualities? Because in a job description, we always say, this is the job responsibilities and this is the qualities of the person I'm looking for.
I like the way you bring it. The qualities that person will have. Well, I don't know if it's right. You will correct me if I'm not. Should it be someone who's respecting herself a lot? Can I say that?
Respecting
Myself a lot? I mean,
oh, respect. Oh, has a lot of self-respect.
yes, thank you. Yes, self-respect.
Has self-respect. Anything else? Do you think the person needs any other quality they need, or is self-respect enough?
To be constant.
Constant. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. And when you say constant, because we are translating it in English, an American would be like, what do you mean by constant? So constant in what?
Okay, because sometimes you start something, let's say the M&Ms, but
so you're committed. You're committed.
Committed, yes.
Committed, yes.
Committed.
Yes. Okay. So you want a person who is self-respecting and who is committed.
Yes.
Okay. So now you are going to write a big I am over this. Okay. I am. So you see your I am to be there. So you will write your first affirmation will be I am respecting myself and committed.
I am respecting myself and committed.
And I am committed.
And
yes.
I am committed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can also write I'm committed towards my goals. I'm committed. So.
Well, will it be the rest of the sentence? Is it only this for the sentence?
No. You're going to get 3 pills. You're going to get 3 pills today.
Like it.
AI is tough, okay, but I love you, so that's my thing. Yes, so you will write this and then you will say, I am doing my M&M meditation 3 times a day.
3 times a day.
And I am. Let me think, okay, because some people, okay, I will word it and you tell me, okay. I am calm. I am calm.
And I am calm. Okay.
So some people may reject it. Like, what do you mean I am calm? They may not like it. So they can say, I am in the process of becoming a calm person. Because it's, again, how the subconscious listens. And because some people are like, like I'm skinny, happy, and rich. It's like, okay, 3 days, oh, I'm lying to my subconscious mind. But the subconscious will reject it. They'll be like, no, I don't want to hear. I'm not skinny, happy, and rich. Don't keep lying to me. And that is why affirmations don't work. Because they're generic formulas. They have to be personalized. And it is like, how do we take in suggestions? So if a person is inferential, then you have to tell them like, okay, how about I'm in the process of becoming skinny, happy, and rich, And like, oh yeah, I'm in the process of, they can handle that, because I'm doing things every day. So I'm in the process of becoming. So, but for some people, it's like, no, I'm skinny. That's good enough. They can be 400 pounds, but oh, I will keep writing I'm skinny. And they have actually achieved it. Because taking suggestions literally, you see. But those who taken suggestions inferentially, then you have to say, I'm in the process of becoming. And that is also, okay.
But this sentence is more than 7 words. I mean, isn't it?
Yes, because an inferential person is usually a very highly intelligent person. They are like the left brain thinkers. You tell them something, they don't believe it. They'll be, oh, let me think about it and get back to you.
Okay.
So inferential people need more information. So they are like a high achieving 8-year-old.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
There are some 8-year-olds who are as intelligent as a 14-year-old. They have big words and big vocabulary, and they read like in the 5th grade or the 7th grade level. So they have a lot of words.
Okay. And this sentence that we just write, that we just build up, I repeat it to myself when I am doing my M&Ms, after that, before that.
Yes, you can see that is one of the things. It's like when after you achieve that state, you can just write it, okay? Or else this is what you can do is when you're going to sleep at night, you do not have a critical mind. You don't even have a subconscious mind. All you have is your subconscious, is your dreamy state. I don't want to, because your conscious mind again has logic, reasoning, decision making, and analytical abilities. And we do not use this when we are sleeping. right? When we are sleeping, we are in our memories, in our dream state and all that. So it's a very good time to give yourself these suggestions before you go to sleep. So if you're sleeping for 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, your subconscious is being rewired. You see?
Okay.
Yes. So if you do your M&M, okay, you calm your body, you know, you have your chamomile tea, you take your bath, you do whatever it is you need to do, and then you go, and then you write these 3 sentences, okay, that you just now created for yourself. Just one time, just once, write it before bed. And slowly, 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 you know, by drip, 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 you know, you will see how your life is changing, and you'll be like, wow, you know, and then you can leave a testimonial for me on my Google page.
I like it.
Yes.
Yeah. But you will, I should see my life changing in
Yes.
21 days.
Yes. You will see the change in the very first day, because you're sleeping for maybe 6 hours, 8 hours. What is your subconscious doing? Just repeating this mantra. It is just repeating this mantra for the 8 hours that you're asleep. Don't you think when you wake up in the morning, you'll be more calm, and it'll be 11 o'clock and a phone call comes and you're still very calm?
Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
And let's say that somebody want to start a business, or like you said, they want to accomplish something. They will build a sentence like with the be, have, and do also.
Yes, be, do, and have. Be, do, and that's the law of creation. Yes.
The law of creation, be, do, and have. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So everybody they have the capability to build their own sentence, like just with the exercise that we do. We did. Okay.
Just that much. Because people are focused on law of attraction, but how can you attract anything if you are not that? This is a $1 million question I ask people. You know, or a statement that I will make is, you cannot have what you want because you attract who you are. If I say, I want to be in a relationship, you know, or let's say we are talking about business, I want to have $1 million business. In your mind, do you believe that you are worth $1 million? And if you do not believe you're worth that, then get started with $1,000 business.
Yeah.
$100 business, you know, selling chewing gum, whatever, you know. Start with something. One step. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. We know this, right?
Yes.
So take that first step and then think about the second step.
So if I understand you well, the law of attraction has to go through the law of creation before.
Yes. Before law of attraction comes the law of creation. You have to create. We attract only who we are. Okay. So when people say, I want to make more money, and I ask them by default, why do you want more money? Guess what they say? I don't want to be broke. I want to pay off my debts, you know.
Yes.
I don't want to lose my home. I don't want to lose my car. Guess what? All negative affirmations. So what are they doing? Broke. Yeah. So they make tons of money, but they are still in debt. They still feel broke. They are still worried about losing their house or their car or whatever it is. But if they think about it, like, so don't want. And the mind creates those images and you're reinforcing those images. But if you tell yourself, I want to make more money so I can save for my retirement, send my children to school and college, go on a vacation with my wife, pay off my parents, home. So you're creating the goals that you can work towards. You know, I'm paying off my parents' mortgage, you know. That's a nice goal. And you can create, so mind creates that image and you make money and you do that. I want to send my children to college, you know, your mind creates an image and you will make the money and you'll do that. But if you're trying to make money to pay off your credit cards, you're resenting each time you're writing the check for the credit card company. It's so hard, you know, and you don't want to pay off the debts. And guess what we do? We sabotage, you know, and then we don't make money. But think about what you want to do and not what you want to go away from.
Okay. I see what you mean. Wow. I love that. It's the first time I heard about the law of creation, and I thank you so much for that because it's really, I think it's going to change a lot of things in my life. The way I was trying to meditate, the way that I was trying to create things in my life. So I think it's going to be very valuable.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you for this interview. And I would like you just maybe before we end up this conversation. Uh, I know that you went through India, you went to Himalaya, and what did those experiences bring to you? I would like you to talk a little bit about this, if you want.
Yes, definitely. Oh, yes, that's my story. So when I lost my job as a software engineer in 2001, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to be home. I wanted to be with my children. My youngest one was 1 year old at that time. And I looked for everything. I looked for, like, what do I need to do? I just wanted to run away, but I can't run away. I have my kids. And people told me, oh, you need to go to California. The jobs are over there. And I was like, no, I have my home in Texas. I'm not going anywhere. You know, this is you thinking and when you're 35 years old. And I went through so many things and I said, you know what? I need to go to the Himalayas. I need to go to my guru's ashram. I need to go meditate, you know? And when I was sitting there at the courtyard of this highest temple for Lord Shiva, and I was meditating, and uh, when I opened my eyes, you know, and I saw this village down there in the valley, and there were all these clouds floating over them, and it was like paradise, you know, and I'm like, So I was asking myself the wrong question because I was asking, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And I didn't know what to do. So I asked myself, what am I good at? And I said, I'm good at being happy and healthy. And I also have no fears and I can love because I can help people find love because people, when they're with me, they always feel love. So I said, this is what I'm going to help people with because I know people want to be happy. People want to be healthy. People want love in their life and people want to live without fear. And I can help them with this. But I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew that at least I had my answer what I was going to do. And when I came back to America, 5 months later, and I was still sending out my application for the software engineer job, and I used to always hope the phone doesn't ring and I don't want to answer it.
You were afraid.
Yes, because I didn't want to, because if I talk to someone, they might hire me. And then my husband will say, you have a job, go work, bring money. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So with a string of circumstances and, people can read my book and hear my story, I found the School of Hypnotherapy in Los Angeles. And I enrolled and I started studying to be a hypnotherapist. And it's a 1-year course. And then I realized hypnosis is only a way of accessing your subconscious. But life is more than your memories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Life is
Yes.
more than your past because there's a whole infinite universe out there, not just the earth, the entire solar system, the galaxies, the universe, and it's ever expanding. So you are an infinite being. So I started studying all the other modalities, because it's our internal conversations that creates our external reality. And that is how I went into NLP and working with, because 65% of the people learn visually. So I went studied imagery and then, Reiki, Huna, and la, 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 and never ending education, because how do I make myself better? How do I go deeper so I can help my clients go to the cause of their challenges and not just do the symptomatic relief on the surface? Mm-hmm. Because psychologists, the motivational gurus out there, they are just helping you with it. They're giving you a formula to do. Okay, do this and you will have that. No, first you have to be that. You have to be that. And it's so simple if they just know what to tap into, because they already are. So there's law of attraction, but before that is law of creation, and before that is law of correspondence. And you might have heard of it. As within, so without, as above, so below. It's on the emerald tablet, which was inscribed by Hermes Trismegistus, long, long ago,
Wow.
As within, so without, as above, so below, and so you can only attract who you are, but in order to know who you are, you have to create yourself. Let go of the fog, let go and gain clarity, gain focus, go through the healing. First of all, understand who you are. Just because you can't ride a bike, that doesn't mean you're a failure. You're a fish, damn it.
Yeah.
Yes. So know who you are, understand who you are, why you are here. And then the next thing is to accept it. This is who I am. Accept it. And then forgiveness. And forgiveness is not for others. Forgive yourself for having held on to stuff for so long. And the reason you held on because you did not know. So forgive yourself. You're a child. Okay. How long can you hold a grudge against a child?
Yeah.
And then the self-care comes in. That's when the self-love comes in. And when you can love yourself as if you are the only child of your mother, okay? The way a mother loves her only child, when you learn to love yourself like that, you can love anyone in the world and never judge. And when you can do that, so you attract people in the world, in your reality, who can love without judging. They love themselves and they love you. And that's what we need in this world, is that love.
Yes. Wow. It's well said, because yes, this is, if we have one thing in common,
Yes.
everybody on this planet, it's that we need love, and we don't like to see what happens sometimes in the world right now those days. And I think, yes, if we have more love for each other's, it will be just a better way, a better place to be, a better world. And I love it. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
And I think that you have a free gift for our viewers today.
Yes.
Okay. Could you just explain us what it is? And the address to grab it is at the bottom of the screen right now.
Okay, very good. So what it is I would love to have a 20-minute conversation with you. So if you feel that you can receive any value with spending 20 minutes with me, so just go ahead and click on that link, and all the details are over there. Plus, I'm giving away 2 free books. In fact, right now, yesterday, another anthology was published. So I'm giving away 3 free books. One is an international best-selling book. It's called Pebbles in the Pond, Wave 4. And there are 28 amazing people who have contributed their biographies, including Marcy Shimoff, Neil Donald Walsh, Christine Closer, me, and many others, all amazing human beings with their. And then there's another book called The Sparks of Inspiration. So the Kindle One version will be given to you in a PDF format. So you don't need a Kindle. You can just take a printout and read it. There are 21 authors in that book, amazing stories, all biographies. And the other book that I did not have it until yesterday, but I will add it on that page, is The Sparks of Inspiration Kindle 2, in which there are 13, again, amazing people who have gone through the process of healing themselves just by writing their stories, and they're short stories, but you will love them, and you can do them 1 a day, so you have something that you can enjoy for a very long time.
Yes, and it's going to inspire people that something is possible. There, you can dream and you can realize your dream,
Yes.
but sometimes you have to do this inner work.
Yes,
we don't like to do sometimes, but we have to go through that, and we'll see that everything that you want could be yours if you really do what you have to do.
yes,
Yes.
you can. And you have all these stories that will inspire you, that will show you that people have gone through their dark nights of their souls, and they have come out on the other side. And instead of turning on the light in the room, they are the light in the room. And all this light is for you to shine on your path, so you can be who you are meant to be. Thank you.
That's a very, very nice way to end this interview, with those words. Thank you very much, Keya, for this interview. That was so wonderful. I mean, I learned so much. And I hope we're going to be in touch in the future. I'm sure we're going to keep in touch. So thank you.
Thank you again. Okay.
And to all of our viewers, this is Nathalie Lussier, and watching your inbox, because tomorrow there will be more interviews for you. Thank you.